One that calls herself the GWOAT, greatest woman of all time, in that boxing ring. And I agree. I think she's the greatest of all time. Clarissa Shields reached another milestone. We know that we know that she's won undisputed in multiple weight classes. Um, she's fought and beat all the top competition around her weight classes. And but this milestone that she reached this time was filling up an arena. They fought in Detroit. Had Tony Harrison, also Michigan, a Detroit native. He was also successful in his performance. We'll get to him, but Carissa Shields, man, I have throughout the years, I've had my thoughts, and opinions on Carissa leading up to this point in her career. Whereas certain things, the way she went about getting the clout, I didn't like, and still don't like in certain things that she does. But one thing I will say about Carissa Shields is her um her superior skills in that ring is undeniable, and everything that she has done, the tactics, whether it be getting with Papoose, whether it be dissing Remy Ma, whether it be statements towards other male boxers, whether it be getting on platforms, whether it be rapping, whatever it is, it's working. Okay. When it can translate to the bottom line, increasing in your bank account, you're doing something that's working. You're doing something right. Um, and I understand that Carissa Shields, the spotlight was not handed to her. She had to fight and scream to the top of the mountain about her ability. Fight for that clout and fight for her the attention that she feels she deserves. Now she's getting it. She's getting the big paydays. She's feeling, she's able to fill up an arena for the first time, sell it out. Um, what got a movie? Clarissa Shields, I believe, is at the point of her career where she's always wanted to be, and we just got to see what she does from here. As for her fight with this Lonnie Daniels lady, I mean, she dominated Lonnie Daniels. I thought Lonnie Daniels was pathetic in this fight. Um, the first 4 rounds, she skated around. I'm sure we're not gonna hear anything from Turkey Al Sheik on certain people like this lady, Lonnie. But this lady ice skated around the ring for the first 4 or 5 rounds. Made it, and Carissa Shields had to literally hunt this lady down to get to get that action, land some shots on this lady and entertain her fans. But Lonnie Daniels made it very, very difficult. I didn't like how she used this fight with Carissa Shields to promote other shit. I seen this kid that came out singing and stuff. I was like, what the fuck is this, man? No disrespect to the kid, but get out of here. We don't want to hear this, man. We're not here for this. And it was super long. Um, it was unnecessary, just like her performance. Lonnie Daniels' performance was unnecessary. And like I say, in the first 5, she just did nothing but run around. She looked nervous. She looked scared. It seemed like the moment was too big for her. And Carissa Shields started tripling and quadrupling it up on the jab. Started touching her, and then the body work from Carissa was spectacular, spectacular. Um, this lady can do it all, man. She can bang. She can box. She can, she throws combinations. She's got the speed. We seeing the power that she has in heavyweight division now. I think she's only got what two knockouts of in her career, but one of those came in the heavyweight division. In her fight before Lonnie Daniels. So Carissa, she can punch, and these girls are not just didn't seem like they are willing to just stand right in front of her. Um, but getting back to Lonnie Daniels, um, After about the 5th or 6th, I'm like, well, maybe that was kind of her strategy, try to get Carissa frustrated because Carissa was frustrated. She was mad at this bitch. She was like, you know, what's up with all this running around shit? But it was able to get Carissa frustrated. Carissa was swinging a lot harder than she would normally swing in certain fights. She was really trying to hurt this girl by trying to embarrass her and make her look bad in front of her fans and shit. But Lonnie paid the price for doing like goofy shit in the early rounds. But she did start walking to Carissa. She had her up against the ropes quite a few times. And she made it exciting for like the last 2 or 3 rounds, something like that. Like the last 3 rounds, she made it kind of exciting. She was willing to trade. I guess, the nerves and everything was gone by the time she got to the 8th round. And then she wanted to let her hands go. She wanted to actually entertain and actually fight like she wanted to win the fight because in the first 6 rounds, 6, 7 rounds, definitely first 5 or 6 rounds, she didn't act like she was trying to win the fight at all. You know, she was just happy to be there on camera and smiling into people in the audience, I don't know, her family and friends and shit, and she was just happy to have the moment. And I saw a post fight interview, and I was asking her like, well, what was going through your mind and the situations that you was in with Carissa. Oh, I was just at points I was just thinking, just don't get knocked out. I'm like, okay, well, you just admitted you was fighting for survival. Um, and just she was talking about maybe I just respected her a little too much. Man, we need some dogs. Shout out to women's boxing, shout out to all the main um advocates of the sport, main top names, whether it be Serrano, Katie Taylor, Carissa, um, so on and so forth. But and there's no shade to them because they've done their part. But then these other ones that are not the big names, once y'all get in front of the big names, perform. You know, um, hey, I've never been on a big stage like them. So maybe they can't. Maybe it's paralyzing when they get in front of them lights, see all them damn people booing and whatever else, and maybe they can't perform, but make an effort, man. Shit. I don't know. The corner needed to tell her some shit like, look, you losing, this is not it. We didn't come here, we didn't get to this point with all the belts on the line to do this shit. And that's be the bad thing about it. It'd be like, yo, this is for undisputed, man. What are you in there doing? What are you thinking about? You should be taking like, this is the Super Bowl of boxing. This is for you to be known as, you know, this is a situation that could put you in the stars with the boxers, you know, winning undisputed, beating the undefeated top pound for pound, fighter in the sport. Give it 100% all the way through from the first bell to the last. So weird, man. It was a straight up weird that Lonnie Daniels decided to show up and put on a pathetic performance. And it's just funny, man, because a lot of people with these criticism with this Tom and Jerry, we seeing who doing the Jerry shit now lately. And it's crickets. It's crickets out here. So great performance by Carissa Shields. Um, I can definitely tell she was trying to press for the knockout, but she wasn't able to get the knockout. But she got the victory, dominant victory. I haven't seen no questionable wins from Carissa Shields. All her wins has been pretty clear, and even the close fight that she had with Hannah Gabriels in the past, when she tried to run it back, Hannah Gabriels did PEDs, pop dirty, and next thing you know, that fight is off. So, as far as where she goes from here, it ain't, what I mean? Carissa can do whatever the fuck she want, man. It's nobody gonna beat her. Um, I understand what's going on with this Layla Ali situation. Layla Ali, like like the I don't know if that was her auntie or whatever her family member was, because I'm not really into the family tree of Ali's and stuff and know who is who. But one of them Ali ladies said that she need to stay in the kitchen. And I agree. Layla Ali, stay in the kitchen. Um, you know, and because Carissa Shields gonna hurt you. That's just period. Layla Ali, $15 million. If you want to take the money, take the money. I'll watch it. I'll watch it. That build up will be amazing. You know what I'm saying? Those those women, they gonna bring their feminine and sexuality and their skills, and it's gonna be a hell of a buildup. So like I said, I'll watch it, but it's not gonna happen, man. I don't think Layla is dumb enough to get in the ring with Carissa Shields. But maybe they need the money. And if she do, I'll watch. I'll pay the pay-per-views, and it'll sell out. That will sell out. That would probably be one of the biggest fights in boxing. Man or female, male or female at this point. Unless Canelo stop being a chicken and fight Benavidez or something, but this Crawford fight already about to happen. I'm saying beyond that fight, what else is there out there that's really a super huge mega fight that we haven't already seen? Um, Also on this card, man, uh, super bad. Tony Harrison, man. He he actually did his thing, man. He kind of came out shaky in the first round, was getting hit with some shit. I'm like, damn, come on, Tony. This was his 160 debut, middleweight debut. He did good all the way up to like the ninth round, man. Tony Harrison was able to display his defense, his jab, his man, the pull counters, and his jab is amazing though. That's his best weapon. But he don't have no power, man. Um, he couldn't crack a pipe. Tony Harrison, I don't know, man. He just don't have the power, bro. But you know, shout out to him and best of luck to him going forward. I was glad to see him get a W, and he had that scare in the ninth round where the guy Diaz dropped him. He just got greedy. That's a guy. It happens, man, in boxing sometimes. When you having a good fight, he was having a good ass fight. He was having a good moment. He really thought he was about to, get to Diaz and wear him down, possibly drop him for the first time in the fight, and ended up getting dropped. And you know, good thing was towards the end of the round. Otherwise, it could have been some serious issues. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, it was towards the end of the round. But after that, Tony Harrison, he was trying to press. He was trying to get this guy out of there. He was really trying to get him out of there. And Diaz definitely felt the pressure. You know, but Diaz sucks, man. Diaz was slow. Um, just like Lonnie Daniels, man. Diaz, I don't know what the fuck you thought you was doing in there, man. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to the Michigan natives, all the ones that came out and showed support. You know, hey, I don't hate on I can't hate on Carissa, man. She's bringing, and you know what I'm starting to notice, man. She's This is something that we hadn't really noticed too much before, but a lot of women is now starting to watch boxing. Like she's bringing a lot more women fans to the sport of boxing, and that's good. That's good. They seeing like, okay, all right, who's that chick that was beefing with Remy Ma? There's a whole hip hop, what I'm saying, audience that Carissa was able to tap into with this Remy Ma Papu stuff, and I've been paying attention. I'm like, damn. I mean, if that don't tell you that it changed something, her fucking man, that arena was filled up, bro. If it was some empty spots, I'd tell you, man, that shit was filled up. So I'm sure other promoters, these networks looking at that, I'm like, okay, she can sell now, man. She's a draw, you know. And like I say, I don't 100% agree with the way she go about getting her clout and clicks and whatever, but that ain't none of my business, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm more concerned about what you do in that boxing ring, you know. As long as you ain't, misrepresent, doing no foul shit outside the ring and slapping up people and, committing crimes, then, hey, there's a lot of people doing this clickbait and this doing shit for attention and clicks. So, I mean, if I'm gonna criticize Carissa for that, I need to criticize all of them motherfuckers. Everybody in boxing is doing that to a certain extent. Trying to raise their profile and do things to make a headline. I even seen Bud Crawford fake slap somebody in his camp. Dudes is just doing shit to bring more attention to their events, and I get it. Carissa used all of everything she could to bring attention to her event. whether it's the tattoo of Papoose, the beef with Remy Ma, her going to different podcasts to do interviews, this Layla Ali beef. She took all of that to her event and she got paid. She got paid off of it. So I'm not gonna hate. You know, if Layla Ali want to keep mentioning Carissa Shields, then Carissa Shields just gonna use that as fuel and as a marketing scheme going into her next fight. Same thing with little ass Alicia Baumgartner. You know what I'm saying? She want to keep talking. Oh, she's not the GWOAT. And with her, um, Alicia ain't all that good, man. But whatever. She thinks she all of that. But yeah, man, she can hate. Carissa is just going to use that as fuel. Like, I'll beat the shit out of Alicia Baumgartner. She can come to 54. Woo woo. Otherwise, if she not, then shut your bitch ass up and just, she could just use that against her. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it's working. It's definitely working. So y'all know how I give it up. I got to give Flame of Fame to Carissa Shields on a sold out boxing event that you put on for the boxing fans, and remaining undefeated, remaining undisputed, and yes, you are the greatest woman boxer of all time. Period. There's no other female boxer that can compare accolade wise to what you've accomplished. That's just a fact. So people can say whatever they want to say. They can hate and they can say they don't like you, the attitude, but you're still a great fighter. You're a great athlete. And if we taking gender out of it and just look at the accomplishments, Carissa is one of them ones, man. Ain't nobody fucking with her as far as her accomplishments. Only thing you can say is oh well, she was fighting females. It ain't a whole lot of good, great female fighters. Woo, woo. But that ain't her fault. She's the one that won 2 gold medals and dominated fucking women's pro boxing. You know what I'm saying? That's how this shit went. They're also talking about this is what I also wanted to add to this, since we talking about women's boxing. I saw the Savannah Marshall at damn, what's the homegirl name from Jersey? Damn, her name slipped my mind. Savannah Marshall though. Let me see. What up, Marky? Shout out to people pulling up, man. Some new people is up in here. Got Jack, Sebastian, Marky Dan. Shout out to y'all, man. And shout out to the ones that's catching the playback. Shout out to the playback gang. Damn, I'm trying to anyway. Savannah Marshall rematch, that's a no-go. Savannah looked like shit in her last fight, man. All she did was hold and put her weight on her opponent. It was a sloppy fight. I don't know what the fuck Savannah Marshall was doing with her career. It was like she was getting ready to go to the PFL and do the MMA. It was like you got your ass whooped by Carissa Shields, and then you wanted to, do what Carissa Shields is doing. You want to go from boxing to the MMA shit and then go back to boxing. Whereas, like, I don't even think she had one fight in the PFL, So basically, it was just, it was just inactivity, you know. Yeah, I mean, it was inactivity. You ended up letting your belt go. If I'm not mistaken, Franchise Cruz and damn, I can't think of that chick name. Shadeja, shout out to QT, man. Shadeja Green. That's what I was trying to think. Shadeja can't fuck with no Carissa Shields, man. Her gas tank is dookie. That lady was huffing and puffing after this is women's boxing, 2-minute, 10 2-minute rounds, man. So 2-minute rounds, max of 10 rounds, and y'all huffing and puffing after 4? And I get it, some of them want to advocate for 12 rounds. Fuck no. No, man. It's gonna have to be more women boxers besides like Carissa and maybe a few others that can prove that they can get in that kind of shape. These women need to really give it 100%, dedicated, blood, sweat, and tears, in that training camp, because I'm not on fight night. I'm like, why are y'all fucking huffing and puffing after 3 rounds, man? You niggas been fighting for 4 minutes. So no, man, it's pathetic. You know, if we see some good, clean action with these 2-minute rounds, then let's leave it like that. But we see some of y'all can't even deal with the 2-minute rounds, man. But Shadeja Green and Savannah Marshall in their last fight, that fight was horrible. That fight was so bad. Shadeja had some moments, and she was, I think, landing some cleaner shots down the stretch. But I thought that fight was a draw. I think they both look pathetic in that fight. I think they both will get their ass whooped by Carissa Shields. If Shadeja want to get in there, she'll get cooked. She might get stopped, especially with her gas tank set up. And Savannah Marshall, if she want a rematch, which I don't think she wants to rematch, although she's gonna get pressured again. The Brits and all that, they're gonna pressure her to get back in the ring. And she's gonna get cooked. I don't see nobody fucking with Carissa Shields, man. But I do got a flaming shame though. Before I get up out of here, I got a flaming shame, man. It was a dude that was talking shit. Former professional champion, retired champion, actually, but he came out of retirement to do some exhibition because I was looking on BoxRec. I'm like, where's this nigga's where's this shit at? Where's this fight at? Shane Mosley got his ass whooped by got some guy named Matt Floyd or some shit. Some white dude. They say he actually got like 10. How many fights did he have? He actually got like 15, 16 fights, something like that. And like 15 wins or some shit. His 15th win, I think, came against Shane Mosley. Big head ass, man. This is the same guy a week ago. Got this Flame Shane banner. A week ago, Shane was over here talking about, yeah, man, shout out to Turkey Al-Sheikh. You getting the smaller ring. Yeah, we don't want to see this Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry. Shane, you suck, bro. You suck. You over here trying to advocate for smaller rings for dudes to get their brains beat in. And you got your brains beat in a normal size ring, fam. If you get in a smaller ring, you might die. That white boy probably would have killed you in a smaller ring. We're warriors. We're warriors. That's how you was talking, bro. Last week in the interview, leading up to your fight. I'm glad with Turkey Al-Sheikh, man. We don't need to see all this Tom and Jerry. We need smaller rings. Shut your lame ass up, bro. You are trash. Stay your ass out of the ring. Pathetic, man. See, that's why you don't listen to dudes who are punch drunk. Dudes who get punished for a living. Dudes who got punished throughout their career. You don't take advice from them. Talk about nobody wants to see all of this, hit and not get hit. Well, clearly, my nigga, you was getting hit a lot. We clearly know you don't believe in not getting hit because that's all that was taking place in your fight. It was hit after hit. I didn't know if it was Amigos. It was like Amigos out. It was hit after hit after hit after hit. You know what I'm saying? Kendrick's last album, hit after hit after hit. Sugar Shane. What the? Change your nickname. Sugar Shame Mosley. Flame of shame to you, Shane Mosley. Pathetic, man. If you're going to talk shit like that, like dudes need smaller rings and, somebody got to die in the ring, make sure your shit is on point. Because you suck, bro. You can't talk that kind of shit and get obliterated by an influencer, fam. When you when you Google this dude, Matt Floyd, it says he's an influencer. Fuck out of here, bro. Man, this is a brutal sport. Do y'all see the condition of Shane Mosley, man? He out here getting whooped by Matt Floyd's now, man. Influencers. Influencers turn boxers, beating the brakes off you. And you are the professional boxer, you know, former professional boxer who been boxing your whole life. You know, like Floyd Sr. said back in the day, you don't have no defense. And this is a result of you not having defense. You don't even see the punches coming down, man. You can't even respond. And you talking stupid. So Flaming Shane Mosley for getting cooked by Matt Floyd, the influencer. And I hope you retire, man. Hit the road jack, don't ever come back to the sport, because I don't want to see you get your ass obliterated again. Even though you're not thinking straight, and I'm still upset with you for saying dumb shit, you know. But if you want to get back in the ring, do it. Do it. I don't recommend it, fam. Cause your skills is on negative. Shields don't got a big fight at the higher weight, unfortunately. The big fight is Baumgartner at a catchweight Detroit. Baumgartner is trash, you know. Baumgartner arguably lost her last fight versus what was that lady name, man? Shit, I definitely knew her name for about 3 days. I was like, I know who you are now. At least you'll get her ass cooked. She ain't had no business in there. His speech been slurring for years. Yeah, warriors, warriors. Shut that shit up, man. You know, shit, you're concussed. That's what that is. You're not warrior. You're concussed. So we can discuss that. Yeah, man. So pray for Shane, man, that he gets some treatment. Stay out of the damn boxing ring. Hopefully his financial problems resolve, man. That's my only reason. I mean, other than that, why are you back in the ring, man? Your son fights. Is he not getting enough money? Shit, man, you raised him. He can break you off a little something. Super bad, right? Yeah, man. At least you're super bad, Mom Gardner, man. And super bad stands for super bad fighting skills, man. Horrible. Woo! I don't care what y'all talk about, man. Yeah, she has the looks. I'll give you that. Her weigh-ins be on point. But when that bell rings, she be getting pieced up. Who is she was getting pieced up? That lady was strong as fuck, hitting there with them straight rights, trying to ask Derrick James. So what do I do? Do I just keep walking forward? Well, you got your trainer. Yeah. Shout out to Derrick James. I ain't trying to flame Derrick James. Yeah. Just keep, two combinations. So jab. Ooh. That shit is pathetic, man. We got to get better trainers, man, so that these fighters don't get hurt. End up like Shane Mosley. Warriors getting blazed by influencers. Permanent swelling. This nigga didn't. His fight happened over the weekend, but on a Wednesday, this nigga had swelling. I'm like, damn. This swelling ain't went down yet from the Cotto fight. Or the Floyd fight with me. I mean, At least it's Derrick James' last hope. Bro, this is it, bro. I mean, it's just been bad. It's just been a bad journey, right? Lately for Derrick James, bro. Woo. It's been rough, fam. Errol Spence, is still in the in-between. Bud knocked this man into the in-between, man. I don't think Spence ever coming back. We forget it. Jamel Charlo, man. Shit, bro. Yo, what's the other nigga? What's the other nigga that trained with Spence, bro, that got stopped by Javante Davis, man? This nigga's been getting cooked. I've been forgetting about a lot of these dudes. Like, damn, man. Still getting annihilated. Something Martin. But yeah, he lost AJ. Ryan, he had the Devin Haney fight, and Ryan did PEDs. So no win there. At least you got this questionable, win in her last fight. So yeah, it might be his last hope. You know what I mean? I wish him all the best, but dog, you got to do something different, man. Your training regimen is something, bro, because It's not adding up, man. It's not, you know, it's not adding up to wins, man. Yeah, Frank Martin. Shout out to Day Day. What's up, Day Day? Good morning to you, fam. Frank Martin. Yeah, even Frank Martin is like, God damn. None of these niggas are representing for Derrick James. They all getting cooked, man. So Alicia got, Alicia was getting pieced up, man. I gotta watch that fight again. Y'all, yeah, hey, if you didn't watch it, watch that fight. She wasn't looking too cute at the end. She was looking good before the fight. Go look after the fight. Guarantee you them shades came out after she left the ring. Frank Martin got cashed out. He done. Damn, bro. One and done's, man. Spence got stopped. Out of here. Finish. Frank Martin, done. Finish. Man, bro. AJ should have stayed with Robert Garcia, biggest fella of his career. He looked good in the Usyk rematch, even in the loss. Oh, so he was with Robert in that fight. Um, yeah. Shout out to AJ. I don't know what AJ gonna do, bro. 4 losses. He's done a lot for the heavyweight division. So I ain't mad at AJ, man. I think that he should retire. I think he should retire. Him and Wilder. I think him and Wilder, enough is enough, man. Enough is enough. But they acting like they want to get the Fury fight, you know. So yeah, man. I think that I don't know, man. I actually like the way he was with the whatever that white trainer is in the UK. But AJ, man, I don't know, man. I just think that he sometimes overthink times when he should be aggressive and dominate the smaller opponent. Because a lot of times he'll have smaller guys or guys that are, less athletic than him, as far as speed and power and ability. But he just be taking his time thinking and downloading and shit. What are you thinking about, man? This big swole ass niggas, knock this man out, But I don't know. AJ be thinking about shit, you know. Anyway, I don't know what the fuck Sugar Shane was thinking about, and that fight against Matt Floyd, man. Floyd's got your number, fam. But once again, on a positive note, claim of fame to Tony Harrison, man, getting his first win in the middleweight division, after some inactivity. So congratulations to you, man. You you got dropped, got back up, and you clearly won the fight. It was no question. It was, it wasn't like it was a gift. Because if it was, I say it. Because some people be having these little gifts and shit. As far as Carissa, her wins always is clear. She lets her hands go. She's one of the people that you can't say that. She's not a runner. She's not a boring fighter. She actually lets her hands go. She be the ones that be pressing the action and you know, bringing the excitement into the ring. She's just a female, so sometimes people don't really want to give her credit. But I watch both. I watch men and women's boxing, and I give promo to both sides. I do content on men's boxing and women's boxing because it's still scraps. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Women's was scrapping too when I was coming up, man. So I'm used to seeing females that look like Carissa Shields throwing hands. It was gangsters, but you know what I'm saying? Still squabbles. So shout out to Carissa, man. She got squabbles, man. And Lonnie Daniels, you do not. You know, you only had squabbles for 3 rounds. So, you know, uh, when you get in these positions, give it your all. Put on a great performance to where they like, oh yeah, we bring her back. She gonna be on our undercard. Because if you do that dumb shit like Lonnie Daniels did, you're never coming back. You're out of here. You know. Same thing with William Skull when he fought Canelo. You're never getting on a main card ever again in life, bro. You just you just messed up your future bag by doing that dumb shit. And, Lonnie Daniels want to bring out, what a shout out to the little kid, but that shit was corny, man. Nobody would. We're not there for that. This is not your day. You are motherfucking, you know. And the fucking you're the challenger. Okay, you're not the champ. Do challenger shit. You know, you don't have a 9-minute walk in. 2 minutes, fam. That's for the champ. Champ do shit like that. Having these people, little kids singing these songs ain't nobody heard of. Get that out of here. But yeah, congratulations to Carissa Shields, man, on a great event. It's great momentum for her going forward. I'm pretty sure now, you know, people are gonna be like, yo, let me get on Carissa's cards. And like you know what I'm saying, she's headlining. So shoot. If she's able to bring that kind of attraction, you know, especially with the type of audience and you know that she has, to get those eyes on you, it's like you might want to get on Carissa Shields' cards. Tony Harrison got on that motherfucker. Tony was like, shit, I'm so glad. He looked so happy in the post-fight press. It's like, man, we did that, sis. You know, whoop de whoop. So yeah, you know, I feel like that's he feels like that was one of the greatest decisions he's made, you know, especially out of the inactivity. He got the win, did it in front of a sold out crowd. And shit, yeah, man. Stay on Carissa's cards, man. Keep it all in Michigan. That's all I got for this one, man. I am the Black Horseman. Shout out to the True Media Movement. It's everybody that keeps it real, stays true to who they are, and does their part to bring this real content. Y'all stay positive today, man. Catch y'all on the next one. I'm out.